Mike Moore Media.
It's our monthly podcast with our friends in Mayodan, and today I'm checking in with the mayor, Dwight Lake. He's on the line now. Hey, Mayor, how you doing? How are you, Dwight?
Good morning. Doing great.
Good. You've been there, done that before, but congratulations. You're just kind of stepping back into that role as mayor, so all the best.
This was sort of the accidental mayor this time.
Yeah, the accidental mayor sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Might be a storyline.
It wasn't exactly my plan, but it's the way things have turned out. We'll make the best of it. We've appointed a good member to our town council, John Miller, to succeed me in my seat. I'm very excited about having him on our board. We have a really good board right now, and I'm very happy about that. And happy first day of spring to everybody, as cold as it is. Mm-hmm. I wish we had a better temperature. I'd rather be out on my front porch or my deck having this conversation, but a little bit chilly for today.
Maybe next time. Yeah. Better days are ahead, warmer days for sure. We had a little taste of that last week, but officially it is the first day of spring, starting later today. Before we get into a couple of things here, I made mention there that you have been on the board before, and of course you stepped up just recently as mayor. And kind of give us a little background, Dwight, in your experience there in local government.
Okay, I was first elected to the town council in 1999, and I served 2 4-year terms. And when Jeff Bullis decided he did not want to run for re-election, I ran for mayor and served 2 terms as mayor. And then, as sometimes happens with elected officials, my job got in the way. So I needed to step away from politics for a while and concentrate on my job. And I did that, and I retired in 2016. And then in 2021, I ran for council again, and was fortunate enough to be selected as one of the new council members and have been serving since then. And then when Chad Wall kind of had the same decision I had to make with his business and chose to resign from his post as mayor, my fellow council members selected me to replace Chad. So that's kind of how I got to where I am, and I've been active in the North Carolina League of Municipalities. I've been on their board twice, including last year, and I've been active in the Piedmont Trad Regional Council, the Council of Governments, that covers 16 counties, and I'm on their executive committee. I'm currently serving as secretary of that.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, lots of good connections there, too, on the state level, and that's very important for a local municipality. You mentioned John Miller, a couple of changes here on the Mayodan board, so we're glad to welcome John Miller there. And also Kathleen Patterson, our town manager for a couple of years, has left, so we have an interim manager. Tell us about who's in that position.
Yes, we do. We have Richard Hicks, and he has about 40 years of experience. He's done at least 12 interim managers stints throughout the state. Very, very knowledgeable person, very likable person. If the citizens get to meet him, they will like him. But he's with us until we can find our new manager, our new permanent manager, and probably have him stay for a few weeks after that manager gets hired, just to get their feet on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, meeting him last week at your regular monthly meeting, I was very impressed with Richard Hicks. He seems very knowledgeable and kind of was right there involved in the meeting in a very very direct way.
Yes, we're very fortunate to have him.
Yeah,
and we work through the League of Municipalities, and they send him to us, and we are tickled to death.
Yeah, very good. Okay, well, some events may be coming up around the area you wanted to mention, I believe.
Yeah, we have starting off this weekend. On Saturday, we have an Easter egg hunt sponsored by First Bank. That will be at Farris Park, and it starts at 11 o'clock in the morning. and they'll have Easter egg hunts from children from infants all the way to 12 years old, and there'll be different groups for different age kids, and face painting and all that stuff. So bring the kids and have a good time for that.
And that's the first time they've done something like that at Farris Memorial Park, too, isn't it?
The first time that I'm aware of.
Yeah, okay.
Not going to swear it's the first time, but it's the first time I remember.
Yeah, right. First time I remember, too. Yeah, okay, good. So that's Saturday starting at 11. Okay.
Right. Then let's see. We've got coming up a Greenway study has 2 meetings for citizens to give their input on. The first one will be March 26th at the old Mayodan Library, and then there's another one in Madison. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but that's on March 27th. Then let's see, we have a craft fair also at Farris Park that will be on April the 27th. And one that's really interesting and exciting is we're going to have a First Friday live music at the park at Elliot Duncan Park.
Oh, yeah.
And that will start in May and run through September.
I've seen the flyer on that. In fact, I just got that the other day to post. And, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. That's a lot of good entertainment lined up there, it sounds like.
Give people a reason to gather together and enjoy some music and fellowship with fellow citizens and friends and have a good time.
Yeah, okay. Well, you clicked off some really good-sounding events. I want to go back to that Greenway study because it's very important as more people come into Rockingham County, into the area, particularly in western Rockingham County. They're looking for things like at recreation on the land and on the water and greenways and all of that. So this study that you mentioned coming up, that meeting next, a week from today, actually, at the old library there beside the post office, that's very important, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is. And the more input they get, the better the result of their survey.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, we're promoting that as well. So we'll kind of step up that too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else we need to mention?
I can't think of anything right now. We're in budget session. We'll be starting working on our budget in the next month or so, which is always one of those difficult jobs that the council has. That right now we have 2. We have finding a new manager and doing the budget. But it's important that we continue to provide the good services that we do to the citizens of Mayodan and try to do it as economically as we possibly can.
Sure. Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah,
it
could be a little more challenging with budget time with where you are without a town manager. And will Richard Hicks have some input into that as well, or is that more the board oriented?
Absolutely, he is a critical part of putting that together.
Okay, very good. Well, Dwight, it's good to talk to you. I appreciate the time, and glad you're there, back in that seat as mayor of Mayodan. And good talking to you. Happy spring again to you.
Well, thank you very much, Mike.
All right. Talk to you again another time. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye.
That's Dwight Lake. He is the mayor of Mayodan. That's our monthly program. And I want to remind you, he was talking about some of those events coming up. Be sure to support our businesses. Shop in Mayodan. Shop local. That is very, very important. And I hope you made note of some of those things. The Easter egg hunt this Saturday, the craft fair coming up in April at Farris Memorial Park. Caesar started that last year, I believe, doing a really good job of that. The Greenway study next week, and then the first Friday concerts at Elliot Duncan Park. So good things on the calendar in Mayodan. And I do want to mention our sponsors, of course. Let's start with Dan River Insurance Services. I'm on their Facebook page right now, and there they are. Tara Shelton and Casey Brown, looking good. 20 years in the business. They've got you covered with whatever you need when it comes to all of your insurance needs. Thank you, ladies. They moved not too long, I guess maybe about a year ago, something like that, from Madison to Mayodan. So they're right downtown, and there to serve you any way you need them there at 110 North 2nd Avenue. Please go to their website. That's danriverinsurance.com, and you get a lot of good information there, danriverinsurance.com. And then right across the street, our friend Nadine Cobb, accountant. In fact, Ned and I just took our taxes to her last week, as we do every year, personally and for the business, because she does the best job when it comes to working with individuals and small businesses. Nadine Cobb, Accounting and Tax. And she's there to help you. Let me give you her phone number. This is a busy time, so maybe a little wait period there if you're wanting something immediately. Tax time, you know how that is, 336-427-9060, 427-9060 for Nadine Cobb, Accounting and Tax. And you can go to her website, incobbtax.com, incobbtax.com. And thank you for listening to our monthly podcast today with the Town of Mayodan.